Welcome back to another episode of the Ambitious Journey podcast. I'm Drake.
And I am Daharan.
Welcome back to another episode, guys. Hope everyone enjoyed their Thanksgiving weekend. Spent time with family. Hopefully, had some good food. Back at it, back to normal real fast, though.
Dude, I've been trying to, I guess, get back into a normal eating routine, but dude, I still feel like I'm so full from Thanksgiving, though. And I've also been eating all the leftovers. I think we finally just finished the chicken and dressing, but Taylor kind of made like another one, just because we wanted some, we saw ourselves running out. So she made like another half one last night that we ate on. So, but I just still been eating so much food though, bro. So I think I've probably put on another 6 or 7 pounds.
that food come on Thanksgiving is real. I tell you that.
Oh, bro. Dude, okay, I didn't get to sleep that much on Thanksgiving though. I thought I was going to. I might have had it planned out. Like I said, a couple of people come by, stop by, and man, no, it did not go that way. We started cooking and stuff, getting everything set up. It was cool. We woke up at 8 o'clock, 8:30. Started from there. Had everything done by 12. But and then after that, that's when everybody started coming waves to come hang out and stuff. And before you know it, it was 11 o'clock, and I just hadn't fallen asleep or anything. So dude, that night though, I just crashed. And then I woke up Friday, I think at 10 o'clock, and I was just oh, I'm a new man. I'm back.
I tell you right now, I ate the first time and I was like, oh, I can't do this again. This is it.
Oh, you didn't eat anymore? You just ate one plate?
Oh, well, not one plate, but it was
just all at one time. Yeah, and then you're like, no, I'm done.
Yeah.
Now I am kind of I'm a little tired of the main courses, just basically the chicken and dressing. That's really what I'm tired of. After eating that again last night, it wasn't the same. But no, I didn't eat any more green bean casserole. But dude, I tore up some desserts too, though. So and I've just kind of been going back to them too. But today I had to kind of switch it up a little bit. I got a Philly cheesesteak over there from Penn Station. And so then after I ate it, bro, tell me why I went to the store to go get more stuff to make Philly cheesesteaks. I was like, I don't really want to pay $12 for another Philly cheesesteak.
Wow.
I could just buy the meat and stuff, get the cheese, blah, blah, blah. And I whipped them up here at the house. And oh man, so now I've eaten 3 Philly cheesesteaks today. So I'm just forget a diet, forget any type of plan like that. We're just gorging ourselves.
I did the same thing. Last weekend I went to Five Guys, and then I was like, you know what? I don't want to pay $12 for a burger anymore. So I went to the store and I made burgers for the week, and I literally had a burger for 5 days straight because I was like,
thanks,
whatever.
Dude, all right. So you get on kicks like that too, food where you just you're like, no, this is what I want, every day.
But I don't want to pay going out to eat prices for it, so I just go to the store.
Facts. You just start making it, yeah.
I got a grill for a reason,
Ding, bingo. No, dude, I have foods that I go through those kicks with, the same type of kick. So burgers are one, hot dogs are one, and you don't like hot dogs, bro?
So you mentioned the videos last time, I've seen how stuff was made and all those kind of things. Hot dogs was one of those that lost me. I used to love hot dogs, but
yeah, no, I can see that. It is kind of sick, but at the same time, man, I don't know. You cannot beat summertime. You get you a nice grilled hot dog with mustard, but I don't know. Dare you put some sauteed onions on there? Oh man, you got yourself I almost had a burger, a good old hot dog, right?
I used to be a big chili dog guy. I like chili on it.
Yeah, exactly. You just gotta be careful with that though. You drink a beer and some chili, and Jesus,
Yeah.
you could have a long afternoon. But yeah, I think so. Hot dogs, burgers, and I guess like a sandwich, like a hot sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
So whether it be like a hot turkey sandwich or a Philly cheesesteak, I just go through kicks of those over and over. So that's kind of crazy you said that too.
all good stuff. I do the same thing, but man,
Yeah.
I know we had a big weekend coming up, and I know
Uh-huh.
Saturday night was a little interesting. Not how we expected it to go down. I'll tell you that.
Oh no, dude. I I was beyond surprised, and I'm also glad I didn't do any betting either because I was close. I thought about it, and I had so much skipping the first two fights, just going right to the Nate Robinson. Was that Jake Paul? I always
Yeah,
get them mixed up. Jake Paul, Logan Paul.
yeah.
But yeah, like that. Oh my gosh, you would have lost money on that had you bet that, dude. Like I think what was it? Nate Robertson was favored like what they showed on the stream. He was favored to for like a knockout victory. It was like negative 133. And I think Jake Paul was plus 224, something like that.
Backwards.
So
You got it backwards. It was reversed. Jake Paul was the
okay.
huge favorite because I mean he had
No, not for the fight. Just for like it has to like certain categories.
yeah. So the knockout like KO, DQ, or like TKO, that category,
Yeah.
177 was Jake, minus 177 was Jake Paul, and then Nate
Okay.
plus 250. Because I did throw $10 on plus 250 for him to win by knockout, and I was like, well, there goes $10. So
wait for who to win for
Nate Robinson to get a knockout. That
okay.
come anywhere close to possible, but
yeah. Because what round was that? Was that like the fourth?
second round.
It was what I think it was four.
So first round he already got knocked down, and I was like, oh yeah, this is over. And then second round he caught him with that right hand, and he went to sleep real fast.
Oh yeah, bro, and like that's what surprised me was because, dude, Jake Paul looked like he was really like trying to like fight, like you could tell he really been doing some training. Whereas I feel like Nate Robinson, everybody, he's a great athlete, and I think he relied on that. But he was like coming in like trying to do that clinch thing like over and over and over. And dude, Jake Paul was really like trying to push him off like, no, come on, we're like hands.
Yeah.
And that was surprising me, bro. And then when he caught him with that right, and like it wasn't even like a half of like he just kind of like dazed him, he stayed on the ground. No, he genuinely put him to sleep, bro.
Yeah. Like he had no control falling to the ground.
Yeah. That just and then he just laid there, lifeless. Dude, Twitter has been tearing him up. Like,
oh my god, dude.
Bro, I saw that one where it was like something like they had like just Nate Robinson's feet laying there, and then it was like it said like just dribble the ball, and then like at the bottom it said the Nate Robinson story. And I was just how they had his feet like laying there like that.
I saw he made a Mount Rush. Somebody made a Mount Rushmore of dead legs, and he was the first one on.
Dude, I know today he had to feel awful. Like it's not that bad that like if he would have just lost, or if he would have just lost to somebody else. But like, it's the fact that he lost to Jake Paul, a YouTuber.
You got beat up by a YouTuber.
Yeah, like nobody expects like a YouTuber to just be out here like throwing hands. Like you just don't think of that.
Yeah.
And it's like you're Nate Robinson. Like I would imagine he's could be in the conversation of like when one of the greats, an all-star basketball player, maybe not a Hall of Famer, but still a great basketball player. A guy almost got a contract in the NFL at what, 33, 34? Like, you're like, damn, okay, like everything favored him. And he just got dropped.
Fast.
Yeah. Like I just don't think he was, I don't know what type of sparring sessions he did or if he did any
he did VR boxing. That's what he did. He was hopping on a
Is that what he did?
No, he trained on like a virtual reality machine for what he put out there. Like he didn't really box. There ain't no way.
Really?
I'm kidding. There's no.
Oh, dude, don't do that. You gotta make a distinction in the voice,
bro. There's no way he trained. There's no way he ever.
Yeah, because like
he's never been hit in the face before. There's no way.
Yeah, well, I tried to look up like some training videos because I went to Taylor's family's house to watch it, and me and her little cousin were like there, kind of like just saying stuff. And he was all about Jake Paul, bro. But he likes YouTube and stuff. He's all into that. And I'm all Nate Robinson. I'm like, you know who Nate Robinson is? Do you know? I'm like, I'm all hyped up. Keep in mind, this kid's like 14, 15. So I just look like just the old dude. Like, no, man, let me tell you.
Probably,
But so I'm
probably
over here.
alive for any of those dunk contest championships.
Yeah. I don't. What? Yeah, I don't even think he had to be like 7,
Maybe.
maybe that. Like he don't. So he doesn't really know. Like he was like, yeah, I know who he is, but he was like, but this is Jake Paul, and I'm like, why are you saying that like that?
Yeah.
And then freaking, now I see why he said it like that. But I looked up some of Nate Robinson's videos. All of them were just like him, like doing like punching bag, and like heavy bag, or like having like like a coach train and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But Jake Paul was really in the ring fighting people,
Mm-hmm.
and I was still like, look, he's so much faster. Look at this, blah blah blah. Whatever I saw in training, he did not do in that ring at all.
Well, again, I don't think he'd ever been hit. I don't think he must not have sparred or anything. Because like, I saw videos of Jake Paul like sparring with people and knocking them out during sparring.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I was like,
I think he knocked out like 3 of his sparring partners, and I thought it was hype. I'm not even lying to you.
I also thought of like this is cap, like this is like this is a promo video. We get it.
Exactly. Like
you're wrong.
No. It turned out to be very real. And what's weird to me too is how he wants to fight his brother. Like that doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I think that's just I think that's a cash grab.
Yeah, but like, okay, this is just me thinking. I don't know, but me, like, if I was their parent, I would want to see my 2 sons fighting, like on national television.
I mean, I wouldn't, but I mean, they're making more than their parents ever thought about making, so it's like
right. But it's just like something about I'm like because let's say it goes too far, and like you end up hurting your own brother, like for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like how many times? Who's that guy? That boxer, bro. He just got hit in the back of the head twice, and they're also saying that Nate Robinson got hit in the back of the head last night.
Mm-hmm.
That they're saying that was what led up to everything else. I still think that right hand was just hella mean, and it really slept him. But they're saying that he was dazed from that.
So that happened in the first round.
Right.
Claims he got hit, and that's how he fell the first time.
Yeah. But going back to that guy though.
Are you talking about Deontay Wilder?
Huh?
Talking about Wilder, Deontay Wilder?
No. This is a Hispanic guy. This happened some years ago. So he got hit in the back of the head twice during the fight, and people were like complaining about it. And during the fight, like the referee talked to the other fighter, but not enough. But now that dude's paralyzed, bro, in a chair. Dang. And he has a mental condition because his brain swelled so bad, and there was so much bleeding of the brain and stuff. So, and they show like his progression pictures like over the months. So like that night, obviously he continued to fight, fought out. Then he just had a terrible headache. Then the next day, slowly, bro, his brain started to swell. Dude, now he has no function of like his body. His face even has transformed, bro. Like to where he can't really like close his mouth that well. So I'm just thinking that like, and this was a professional fighter. Mm-hmm. So now, but imagine 2 brothers fighting. Like you don't want to do that to your brother, bro.
No.
Like, but sometimes you can't really like control where those punches are going.
Especially when people are ducking and all those.
Exactly. So now imagine you got to like look at your brother every like Thanksgiving or Christmas.
And I did that.
Yeah, like dang, bro, I did that to you. So I don't know. I just wouldn't want to see it.
No, but he did call. So when that fight did start, he did when they were doing touch gloves and the ref was giving him, gave instructions in the back, want a clean fight, whatever. Mm-hmm. Jake Paul goes, "It's Judgment Day."
Did he really say that?
He did, and Snoop was like, "Oh, he about this."
Damn, brother, that's such a hard line.
And then knock him out like that, like
that. Look, man, I don't know what that man's been through in his life. I really don't. But I did not expect that from him. That's also such a hard line to say to somebody, bro. Like, just imagine. Oh my gosh, I'm just imagining that on like a promo video with like the Undertaker's like theme in the back. That dome. Oh my gosh, and he says that.
Yeah.
Yo, that's hard. That would get me amped up. Oh man.
But then after the fight, he said he wants to fight Conor McGregor.
Yeah, I saw that. No, I think he's tripping, bro.
I think okay, but his brother has already called out Floyd. So they're both just trying to cash grab here.
Yes, bro. That's exactly what that is. Let's be real.
Hey, but ride the wave. Ride the wave while you can. Make your millions.
But here's the thing. No, I mean, how many people would actually? I mean, you think people would watch that?
I think the McGregor one they would.
You don't think people will watch the Floyd one?
I feel like that's more. So if you think about it, Floyd and McGregor, that boxing match was a reach for McGregor. But I think
but people wanted to see it though. They were excited about it.
Oh yeah, because of who it is. But I mean, I think I'm on both sides. I think Floyd and McGregor. I think because of who it was. But I think this is a better chance for McGregor to like prove boxing like wise if he can do anything. Because I don't know. I honestly don't. I don't know who wins that if I'm a straight up boxing match. To be real,
dude, McGregor started off as a boxer. He grew up boxing.
Yeah.
That doesn't just go away. Like, that doesn't just disappear from you. He's known as one of the greatest strikers in MMA ever.
Yes, but he doesn't have that ability to take you down like that. You don't have to worry about that.
Yes, but all right, look at him in the Floyd fight, bro. He looked all right.
No, he did.
Like,
I think at the end of the day, he more than likely wins that fight.
I think easily. Because look, all right, that Floyd fight, you got to think. We're talking about he was fighting Floyd, who is the greatest defensive boxer ever.
Ever.
You know what I mean? And yeah, and he landed punches and looked all right. Like, I mean, but we knew he wasn't going to win against Floyd. I mean, Floyd's fought way better people than him and made them look that exact same way.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's like for him to be like, all right, now you take Jake Paul. Come on, bro. That dude if you were like just looking at that fight, I don't know boxing like that, but just looking at that, he wasn't like doing a whole lot of moving. So if he's a standing target for Conor, think about it, Conor has been so worried about like different parts coming at him. If he just knows, hey, it's just this dude's hands coming at me and he's not moving, I feel like he zeroes in on that, bro.
Yeah. I think we're going to see this fight. I think we do. For real.
You think we will?
I think we will. I think the money grab will be – it obviously won't be as much as a Floyd fight.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's ridiculous. But I think we see it probably sometime late spring, early summer.
Well, remember, he just accepted that fight in January.
Yeah. So I think early summer.
Yeah. If the money – if he wins that fight, yes. Because I think if he loses that fight in January – I don't think he's going to be like, let me go over here. I think he's going to be pissed off and be like, hold on, well, I got to do something else in MMA because they think it's sweet. Like, you know what I mean? So I think definitely I think they could do it for the money, but I don't think talent-wise, though, I don't even think it's going to be close.
No, I don't know. I don't. Obviously, we didn't really see Jake Paul take any punches, so I don't know what that changed like, you know? What's the
right. And also, well, they mentioned KSI, and KSI fought his brother.
Yeah, but I think Jake takes care of KSI.
You think, bro? I mean, that was a decent fight.
It was, but I think Jake's better than Logan is.
Okay, but okay, I don't know. I don't know much about like them boxing wise to really know. But I just remember seeing that fight though, and it was all right. I think that came out to be a draw, right? KSI and Jake Paul. Or Logan Paul.
Yeah. So I mean, and Logan's pushing for this Floyd thing. I don't see that one necessarily happening because it's Floyd.
No, what does Floyd benefit from that?
Yeah.
What, 50 million? He'll be like, woohoo. No.
I'm not like he doesn't even like if it's not 100 million, and that's probably like he probably doesn't even blink at that 100 million at this point.
No. Well, remember he said he said that before, like he has to make at least 100 million before he talks about a fight. Bro, the guy's made out of boxing alone $800 million.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. But I mean,
like
when you're the greatest of your generation to do it.
Yeah. I mean, like it's just so I can definitely see why, you know, Floyd wouldn't even, and it's not like he's hurting for money and he doesn't really need it. I guess it could kind of make him more popular with some like the younger kids, maybe. So he might do it, I guess, for that reason. So like his name lives on. But outside of that, though, I mean, that's just a sweep and taking money. But
Like it's like taking candy from a kid at that point. Like that
yeah,
one's
honestly.
close.
But okay, talking about another one of those fights though. So did you watch the fight? I think it was right before the Floyd fight. I
Yes.
mean not Floyd. Before the Nate Robinson fight.
Yeah.
The Army vet guy. Dude, I kind of felt bad in that fight because he lost.
Yeah, he got worked.
Yeah, and like, dude, he was looking bad, but they gave like like the whole long story and stuff, and like what was it like? He served in like in Iraq, and then I believe like he got blown up by like an IED or his unit or something like that. And I was like, dang, and I kind of wanted to go for the guy because I was like, okay, that's a great story. But then when he came out there, I was like, all right, now I kind of just want the other dude to stop, like just stop hitting him, bro. Okay, like we get it. All right. It was so one sided.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't really get.
It's tough to take all those punches and not be down.
Bro, yeah, I thought for sure he was about to knock him out, bro.
Yeah,
like for sure. But he kept fighting, bro.
It should have been called. The ref should have called that one.
I almost thought something like that too. But I think he was trying to give him an opportunity, at least like to defend himself. Not really even like to. There was no coming back because that other dude was just way too sharp. But at least like to like keep it kind of close. But it was like as those rounds kept going, even though they were short, like dude, imagine if that would have been 12 rounds. Oh my God! Like the separation, he would have knocked him out. He would have.
No way he could have taken that for another 4 rounds.
No, bro, that would have been insane. So, no, I really felt bad during that fight because I was like, I just really want this guy like to do well.
Yeah.
But did you watch that first fight at all? Because I didn't see that one at all.
No, I saw that the event was starting. I turned it on. That fight was on. I said, all right, I'll come back later. So.
All right, so yeah, I think a lot of people missed that one. Like I saw like little glimpses of it because we were trying to get like the stream set up. Like at first, like, dude, freaking pay-per-view on Xfinity went out. Did you hear about this? Mm-hmm. Man, so Taylor's family bought the fight, pre-ordered it. Okay, so they go to click it, and it says, "Hey, thanks, for clicking on this channel, but you need to subscribe." So they were like, "What are you talking about? Like, we already did this, blah blah blah." That she sees like the charge on her aunt sees the charge and everything. She's like, "We already bought this," but then she was like, "Okay, whatever. That's stupid. I'll just buy it again." So she clicks on it again, dude. So clicks it to buy, does the whole thing, and then it pops that up again. She was like, "What is this talking about? Like, I've bought this fight twice now. Like this, like what are you talking about? Subscribing to this, like I bought it." So then she like gets on the phone like with Xfinity. Dude, this takes at least 45 minutes to an hour. Like not even joking. Like it was because we were doing it before, the fights were coming on, just to kind of have it up because we were always just sitting in there, kind of just chilling and talking and stuff. But to go ahead and like have it on the TV. And so she's sitting there talking to him like she called him on one phone and then she's trying to like get on the the online chat and stuff because they were like for faster service like click on the chat to talk to a live agent, that whole thing, yeah. And so she does that and then we're just sitting there, we're going through that. They hang up on her on the phone. So then she's like, "Well, it's all right. I still got like the live chat." And she got on there and she was like, I think like 45 in line, 53 or something like that. But she got up there pretty quick. So then she starts talking to the guy and the guy was like, well, restart the thing and like start it back up and see. So she does that, goes on. And then all of a sudden, like they get disconnected. So she was like, well, he already kind of told me the steps, no big deal. But then it still doesn't work. So then so she calls back up there and then Xfinity had an automated message now. They're like, if you're calling about the fight, this is not an issue of us. It's an issue with pay-per-view. Somehow their servers like crashed or something, kind of like what Floyd had talked about before with his fight, but something like that happened. So it crashed. they didn't get, I don't know, it was something stupid. But now they had this automated message just within this amount of time.
Yeah, because they were
She
like,
was like,
we're tired of talking about this.
And she was like, "Are you kidding me? I paid for this, blah 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 blah." And so, but they took away all the charges for anybody that did pay for the fight, so that was good. But I know they lost a lot of money on that end though. So,
Yeah.
because like
That's $60 a piece.
yeah, I mean, you know what I mean. So it's like
pay-per-view still knocking, saying, "Hey, yo, where's our money?"
oh yeah, like
Cool.
oh, like I wonder who pays for that though. Like, do they have like something like in a clause? You think like in case servers go out, Xfinity is not held responsible for pay. You know, I don't know. I would try to cover myself because look, doesn't pay per view still have to pay out the participants and all the sponsors and everything? So like, somebody somewhere lost some type of money because then they had to give all those refunds back to people. Yeah, bro, that's insane. But then we ended up finding streaming a little app on their TV, and then they just paid for it through that, and that worked fine. But yeah, for whatever reason, Xfinity was just tripping yesterday. Terrible service. I do not like Xfinity at all.
They're the worst, bro. They're the worst.
No, like it's terrible.
Yeah, I could go on and on. I got stories about Xfinity, but we're gonna spare them here. No free ads here.
Yeah.
So
now, if they pay us, I love you guys. Hey, best service ever.
Yeah, and but night ended kind of weird, kind of fishy in my eyes here. How it ended the draw. I don't know if you saw the scorecards.
Oh yeah.
So one judge had them tied. One judge had Mike Tyson by like 9 points, and then the other judge had Roy Jones Jr. by like 4 points. So it was just like, this was so fake. Like, those judges weren't even there. Like, there's no way they actually watched that.
Well, yes. One. Oh wait, who'd you pick? Who do you have winning?
Tyson.
Easy. Okay. I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page. Yeah, bro. So you know did you look at like how they were scoring it at all and stuff like that?
So I just kept watching the scores when they'd post them up after every round.
Okay.
And then, like, I just knew, like, I was like, wow, this is really gonna tie. Like, this is fake.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And well, see, so they got the judges from the World Boxing Organization because the California sporting commissioner wouldn't sanction the fight. He said it was a non-sanctioned fight, or was it? It was a official fight, so they wouldn't provide judges for it since it was an exhibition. But they gave them jurisdiction to fight or whatever, however they word that stuff. And so that's where everybody was saying, like, you know, no, it's a unjudged fight, it's blah blah blah. But the promoter for Thriller, the app, or Triller, he was like, no, he was like, we do have judges and it will be scored. He was like, there will be a winner, and he guaranteed it, that Kavanaugh dude or whatever. But it's like, then it turns around and it comes out to a draw. So basically, what everybody said at the beginning of how there would be no winner and all that type of stuff, no knockouts. Dude, I think they said that there was a total of like six above the shoulder, like actual shots. Other than that, they were all within the stomach and the body. So it's like, so yes, so it was just like sparring. But the promoter was like, he was like, no, he was like, I promise, like, he's like, there could be a knockout. He said they will be full on fighting, not a hard sparring session. Where the commissioners was literally like, no, this will be. Imagine you were just watching a very hard sparring session.
Well, that's the thing. It's like somebody's not getting paid to do this, and then somebody that is getting paid to do this telling you the other thing.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like,
who's talking?
Yeah, and so and that's how you get that scoring right there, though. Yeah. He probably told them to, like, hey, just make it one, but try to make it as realistic. There's no way, like you said, though, that you could have put Roy Jones Jr. over Mike Tyson in any one of those rounds. Like not even one of them.
No.
So it's, I mean, and which is kind of scary too, because Mike Tyson looked so good in comparison to Roy Jones.
Well, and dude, he only took body shots. Like, if he would have taken if Roy Jones Jr. would have taken a 2-piece and a biscuit off the face, he'd have been
2 pieces of a biscuit. No, honestly though, if Tyson could have came with that mean hook he had, because one time I thought he made him a little weak when he hit him like with that liver shot over there.
Yeah.
Like he kind of backed up a little bit and shimmied off, and I was like, nah, look, bro, nah, that hurt. That one hurt you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tyson, though, to think at 54 and he hasn't fought in 15, almost 16 years, still looks like if you were slipping one night, he could get somebody that was really good, like that was hot right now. Like it wouldn't take much more.
He'd give him the work too.
Oh yeah, bro. Because what, he trained for this for what, like 4 months, 5 months, something like that. So it's like, bro, just imagine if he actually set up a fight, gave him a year out. Oh boy, that would be deadly.
Tyson could come take the belt at this point,
bro. I mean, how he looked last night, he looked like he was still in not tip-top form, but in top form though.
And he didn't get pissed off. That's the other thing. Like,
what?
Like he didn't get pissed off. Like pissed off Mike Tyson.
No, he's clearing that ring out. He's clearing everybody out of that ring.
Yeah.
What did you kind of see him at the end when he talked about? He was kind of upset at the end.
Well, like when he was like, "What about me?" Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Everyone was worried about how Roy Jones Jr. was going to make it out of that alive, and he was like, "Man, I ain't done this in 15 years. What about
me?" Yeah. That dude, he brought up a valid point because everybody's over here asking Roy Jones how he feels and this, that, and that, and where you scared and this, that, blah, blah, blah. And Tyson's like, he just stopped fighting 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Dude, what about me? I haven't fought in 15 years.
I think everyone knows, like, hey, you're Mike Tyson. Like, you literally, like, I get it. Roy Jones Jr. was a bad dude. But, like, you literally could, like, still go in here and take somebody's head off.
Right. And everybody was kind of saying that, like, on Twitter. They were like, that just speaks to the respect and, like, the respect to Tyson and how great of a boxer he was is that everybody's like, no, man, I know you're fine. So this guy, are you okay? Like after all these years as an old man, bro, like, I don't know if he has kids or not. Do you know?
Tyson?
Yeah, Mike Tyson, does he?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's some little Tysons running around somewhere.
Maybe, yeah. But like he could, dude, he's getting to like grandparents' age, like he could have grandkids right now. He's still out here. Like people are still scared to like even cross his dude, say the wrong thing to him. Like they're like, okay, you good? I'm good. You good?
Dude, so just there's a video of Ocho Cinco walking into like see Mike Tyson and like he's with Bleacher Report and like Bleacher Report has a cameraman and like Tyson sees Ocho Cinco, daps him up, gives him a hug, sees the camera, he's like, hey yo, what are you doing with that? And then like Ocho Cinco had to like stop and be like, hey yo, he's with us because like Tyson was about to take out the cameraman. Just
see, dude, he's still on it, bro. Like I don't know how. I mean, with a person that has that like so deeply in them, I don't know when it goes away.
But Tyson's also like a like special type of psychopath. So it's like,
oh yeah, high functioning psychopath.
Yeah. So it's like never going away with him.
Dude, if he didn't have boxing, I'm not trying to speak negatively on him, but if he didn't have boxing, I for sure believe he would have killed somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I think the story would be way different. Because, dude, how his childhood sounds, it just sounds like he was angry all the time. And he had no guidance and he had nothing to live for. He said that like on his podcast. He was like, he had nothing to live for. So he was just angry running around. That's all the telltale signs of like, kill somebody. Like, that's the dude that you just, like cut him off in traffic and he was like, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, and comes after a person.
No, I definitely agree. But it was definitely, I mean, when they asked Roy Jones Jr. about how he was like, did they hurt? He was like, yeah, they hurt. Like, what like, what kind of question is this? Like,
yes, they look like how they looked on TV. Painful.
Yeah. Well, and then Tyson was even like, but I respect that. Like, you took it. He was like,
yeah, I saw that. And it was great to see like at the end, they both still respected one another too. Like it wasn't like let's go again right now, like all that type of stuff. It was like, no, hey, that was actually kind of dope. Yeah.
Well, it's because Tyson was like, we got to do this again, and Roy Jones Jr. was like, Us?
Yeah.
Who's doing this again?
Nah, dude. Also, did you see like how much the difference in the money was that they made?
I didn't see. I didn't see what either of them made.
So Tyson had 10 mil, and then Roy Jones could make 3, but he had a guaranteed of 1 million. So
Well, I mean,
I was like,
Tyson's name
okay.
is also on it. He's doing this like Legends Only League or whatever he's trying to start, and
Who you said Mike Tyson?
yeah, so this is like
Yeah. Okay.
the beginning of that like Legends Only League. So I think we're gonna see these fights pretty.
Who else you get in there?
I don't know. I was it Sugar Ray Leonard. He was one of the commentary people, and he was talking about
But
how he wants to hop in there now.
isn't Sugar Ray like almost 60?
Probably, but I mean, these guys are almost 60 at this point. If you look
I
at it,
mean, yeah, but okay, Tyson's 54. I can see. Hold on, let me look up how old Sugar Ray Leonard is.
yeah, because I mean, but I mean, I think I don't know obviously all the names of who they're going to try to get in this, but I know this was kind of like the, if you will, kickoff for a better.
Buddy, Sugar Ray Leonard is 64.
Yeah, he might die in the ring.
He needs to chill out. Yeah. No, there needs to be a cap on this. Age 50 to 60, okay. 64, relax, bro.
Yeah,
Like, relax.
you missed out.
Yeah, you're not taking those, because imagine Tyson in there against Sugar Ray Leonard,
Yeah, no.
giving him that same body shot. No, that's caving in his rib cage.
Yeah,
It's
easy.
not. There is no more bounce back at 64. It bouncing right on into a coffin. Like, that's it. It's not. There is no recovery time, no speed up. No, buddy. That's it. You take too many chances right there, it's over.
No facts. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. I thought it was kind of cool though. It was like a good mix of like hip hop and boxing coming together on a big stage. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, even Snoop said it, like hip hop and boxing have always been a thing, like the combination of the two, but this like allowed them to be like on a big stage
Well,
together.
hip hop and sports in general,
Yeah.
like, have always been hand in hand.
But I mean, they had Lil Wayne, Wiz Khalifa, they had YG, and then St. John. Those four all performed in between fights, which I thought was good entertainment to have.
Yeah, I was going to ask you what you thought about.
I thought St. John was trash, but
Wait, did you really?
live, I didn't think he was good. I didn't think he was good at all, and a lot of people on Twitter agree.
Like, what was it that you didn't like about it?
I just don't think like he had a great live performance. I mean,
I just kept. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say the audio was just not great, and I feel like with the music he makes, I feel like he's not a live guy. He's something you can just hit play and you can listen to.
Right.
Good. I think it's good production, but I don't think it's good for live.
Good for live. So my thing was, I think they just made all the sets kind of corny.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even YG, bro. YG has got to be one of the most naturally coolest dudes.
Literally.
Like, just swaggy as a person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
no,
even his set just seemed kind of corny.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it was something about like how it was set up, or like that made everything seem a little bit you know what I mean? But like,
people don't realize that like in music, the fans and like seeing a big crowd with an artist automatically tells you if you're going to accept that artist or not.
right? Okay, yeah. And they didn't have anybody around them. No, like studio volume. It was just them.
No pyrotechnics and none of that stuff. Like,
yeah, it was just a screen in the back changing lights and scenes, and then them being like their own hype mans too. Like, it was just kind of. It just made it kind of corny. Like, it could have been better.
Yeah, it's definitely tough though with day and age.
Right. See,
I get it.
I didn't think St. John was that bad. And I think because I was looking at it through that scope of like, I was like, I feel like if I give him some people down there with him, or like some people in the background dancing behind him and doing stuff, I feel this more. Like I like it more. But I didn't think it was that bad though. So I'm surprised. Like, when you said that, you're like, no, I didn't like it. Like that surprised me though. And I didn't even know that people were like feeling that way.
Was that SpongeBob video with the whole crowd? They're like, "Oh, this guy stinks." That was like the
No,
first video.
and then what? Snoop performed too,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought that was dope, bro. He
Snoop
smokes.
was good.
Oh, he smokes so much weed, bro.
Literally.
Like his watching how much like he smokes makes me sleepy. Like it's just like, dude, I don't even know how he functions, like how he does. Bro, he does a whole lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like it seemed like he smokes at all those events.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm just like I don't know how he does it, bro. I really don't. But his was dope. I liked it. I think all the way around it was. And if Tyson kind of gets something going like this, um, I feel like he's. I don't know if he can leave it on like streaming, at least to that magnitude. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like it was like,
You're not gonna get $60 a fight every time you do this.
yeah. And also, I don't think like you want us to get another app.
Mm-hmm.
People are kind of getting tired of like going to other apps.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're like, I mean, yeah, okay, cool. If you're gonna have this all the time, but like people people would just say, well, why can't you just put it on Instagram? We watch verses on Instagram.
Mm-hmm. For free.
Yeah, like why don't you just do that? Or even if it's paid, you can do, dude. YouTube Live has to where you can pay to watch a show for 99 cents. Do you know how many people you can get to pay 99 cents to watch a fight?
A lot more you can get to pay 69 or 59.
Yeah, exactly. But I will doggone pay 99 cents in a heartbeat to watch a couple of fights.
Yeah.
And like it's already on YouTube. Oh yeah,
Probably
boom. Yeah.
like $4.99. Like I'll probably even give you that.
You said what?
I'll probably even give them $4.99.
Oh yeah, easy, bro. Yeah. Oh yeah. Anything like right around that cheap range, I would say from $10 and down. Like I would be like, oh yeah, boom. That's no problem. Like I will buy that and actually sit there and watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But like having to get another app, get another thing somewhere else, stream it off here, go it over here, and then once you check there, it's just like it gets annoying, and it's like you just don't want to go through the steps.
No.
But I think he could really grow that though if he takes just, I don't know if he's partnered with that Triller guy or whatever, but I think if he takes another route though, I mean, I think it could be huge.
No, I definitely agree. I mean, the thing is like how many boxers get this old though and are still capable of doing this?
That's another great question.
Because boxing does not leave you in great health.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. And I'm wondering if he's like, it would almost make more sense if he just did a fighting league in general and invited in my guys from like MMA and had like so not really to cross styles, just so that you could have multiple fights in a night that where it was like, hey, this guy from MMA and blah blah blah, and then also these two boxers over here fighting. If he could even do like a jiu-jitsu fight in there too. So I feel like if he just made like
different rings, you have to have different rings though. That's the only. Then what is that?
Yeah, but that venue had different stages in there. They had walkout places. I don't know where they did that at.
Staples Center.
Oh, bro, you can put 3 different rings in a Staples Center.
Yeah.
Easy. Like, so plus have an audience there too if you wanted to, and so that way you can switch in and out, because the upside to that is way greater, I think, than, first of all, why are we just giving them these ideas for free?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
They can just email us about this and we'll give them some ideas.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just throwing this out there to them for the free, bro. Joe Budden would be so disappointed.
Hey, free ads here. No free ads.
Yeah, no free ads, no free ideas, bro. But you see what I'm saying? Like they have a way, they could really scale that up if they try to though. They just got to find another way to get it out.
Yeah, but I say within the next few months we'll see something soon. See like something close to a repeat of this.
Oh yeah,
the names are gonna be different on the card, but I think we see it probably February at the latest. Especially
if we go into another quarantine.
That's what Jimmy was talking about. He's like, man, like I'm doing this because like if I was sitting at home and had nothing to do, I know people want to see this.
Facts, bro.
Like, hey, you're not wrong. Like,
yeah, like if we have to go into another quarantine, all those stars are gonna be trying to like, have a money grab, and this would be perfect, like the perfect time. Like you remember when all those rappers tried to fight each other like years ago, like Chris Brown and Soulja Boy?
Yep.
Like this would have been the moment. But to have a league like this though, for that to actually happen, bro, you telling me people I would pay dog on $3, $4, $5, $6, $7 to sit there and watch that, bro. Like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? That would just be the purest form of entertainment. So yeah, I think we got more coming to that too.
No, absolutely. And speaking of paying for things, apparently the WWE doesn't pay their people enough.
Yeah, bro. Oh, that's such a great story. Dang, what's her name? Or
Zelina Vega.
Zelina Vega. Okay. Do you want to give like the backstory on that?
The first name, but when you sent this to me, I was like, wow, this is so dumb. So long story. This WWE superstar decided that she's not getting paid enough from WWE and that she was going to be an OnlyFans to get that supplemental income coming in.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure everyone knows WWE doesn't play about breaking contracts. There has to be something in this contract that caused her to be fired because WWE said, "Nah, you're out. See ya."
Exactly, and that's what was confusing me because I was like, dude, like. I wonder what that is because, and I will want to see the contract in order, like, to speak better on it. But it's like, what could you possibly say to where you can tell somebody, hey, you can't make money off of your likeness anywhere else? Like, I don't know if she was using her stage name or if she was using her real name. That may be, I guess, like the only premise they really have. Because, like, you can't. That's like, okay, I mean, people sign those 360 deals in rap to where they make something off everything. But that's certain outlets though. You have outlets that are disassociated from your contract that you can make money off of.
Yeah, so but I think this is definitely a negative light to put the company in.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying too. I was like, I think it's concerning for athletes, like when they look at this, because they're like, okay, now let's say you don't have as many people that would want to go over to WWE. Like some people grow up and they want to become that. Mm-hmm. But if they look and see like how they are treated, like they're like, I don't really want to. Like I wouldn't want to be a part of that. Especially women. Like, no, those women already, like they see how those women are glamorized. Mm-hmm. Like, and how people really flock to them. But now you tell them they can't make more money off of their likeness on the side because you are paying them, but it's not enough. It's like, that sounds stupid, bro. Like I feel like it's purposely hurting your brand because if anything, you want to grow that women's side a lot more. Mm-hmm. I mean, the guys are going to come.
They've definitely been pushing that over the last few years.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think it's definitely changed to where if this was early 2000s, I think they'd be promoting her OnlyFans. I mean, they had so many of these WWE women on like Playboy and like they were doing like bikini matches, like random stuff like those kind of things. Like I think if this was earlier, like, and that's the thing that's kind of backwards to me. It's like I know they've completely gotten away from that now, and that's not like anything that they promote. So, but you did at one point. Everyone can still pull it up on the internet.
I still guarantee they still do, bro. I guarantee they still use those as talent pools. There's no way they're just like, I wonder who's gonna pop up today. No, bro. And like, but like you said, I feel like it's backwards. Like they could have used this with such an advantage to them, and yet they choose to cut ties.
Or they could have just never mentioned it, like just turn the eye to it.
Yeah. Like, because not everybody knows about her OnlyFans, so they're gonna go check it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? And now all of them, like, you just made her. She's gonna be like that one girl that made $2 million in 1 month because that's so you see what I'm saying? Like, it's like you just gave her free promo for days now. It's not just gonna just go away overnight. Like, people are gonna at least talk about this for the next 3 days on Twitter. You're going to see like a little link or something pop up in your Instagram Explorer about like, it's going to be something somewhere. I mean, unless that was your intentions, I don't know how that makes it any better for you, WWE, because you don't make any money off of it.
Now, yeah, especially now. And you just made, she's probably going to make more than in like probably a week than she was making on your whole contract.
Exactly.
And then now she's going to go get picked up by a competitor who's going to say, yeah, we don't care.
Let's go. I already saw people talking about some other wrestling
Probably
group. It's like,
probably AEW.
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And I
So
was like, first of all, I didn't even know what that is. But I'm like, just the fact that it's on trending on Twitter, that's no coincidence, bro.
yeah.
Like, eh, I know WWE has been around for a long time, but like, this was definitely a huge mistake on their end, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
I think they played themselves. I think they made it more of a big deal than they needed to.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
But
Oh,
speaking of big deals and women,
I was gonna say, yeah. Wait, what were you about to say?
I was going to talk about the Vandy kicker here.
Oh, okay, yeah, me too, me too. Okay,
And,
yeah, go ahead.
Sarah Fuller was a women's soccer goalkeeper for Vandy, and also played kicker on Saturday. Got to give us a little kickoff. First woman in Power Five
Mm-hmm.
football history to kick or to play, really, but to also to kick. Uh,
Yes. Hold
very
on.
because Vandy did lose 41-0. So literally, the only time we got to see her was on a kickoff, and yes, it was a squib kick, and people have mixed opinions on this.
I
So
mean, she's following what her coach told her to do.
yep.
You can't really blame
And
her for
that's the
that.
thing is like I even saw like Pat McAfee tweeted, which I mean, if anybody knows about kicking, I think Pat McAfee does. But
Yeah,
he said like didn't go out of bounds. They didn't return it for a didn't have a chance to return it for a touchdown, and it set up the defense in a pretty good spot.
exactly. Like
What else do you
what?
need?
Exactly. That's a kick. Like, I do want to point out too in this. So yeah, she is the first female in a Power Five. But if anybody does want to know about a very like, what I say legit player that plays college, a female, her name is Tony Harris. She plays safety for um, the East Los Angeles College. Well, now she's at Central Methodist. So, and she's been there from 2019 to present day at Central Methodist. She was at East Los Angeles College from 17 to 18. But I remember watching that girl's highlight tape when she first came out, and I was like, because I thought it was just that whole thing. They're like, "Oh, girls doing this."
Yeah.
No, bro, she's in a land of wood, like actually like balling. And I was like, "Yo, okay." And so she was the first female in college to play whatever, actually like play a position. What do they call it? Skill position. There we go.
Yeah.
But yes, but this is huge though. I know that girl said she wanted to empower women, is what she was saying. And I think we kind of said like she wasn't sure if she was gonna play or not that day. They needed a kicker or somebody in place in case something, and they had a scheme set up for it basically. And so she wasn't entirely sure. So that was, I believe, her only performance of the whole day.
Yeah,
Was that one
she
squib
was
kick?
actually the only kicker listed because their entire kicking specialist squad got couldn't play because of COVID. So
Okay. And okay, this kind of takes us back a little bit to my talk weeks ago about how I feel about, women playing sports. Or like playing in men's sports, so on and so forth. Uh, I I see how women could definitely very well play that position in college football. Uh, I don't know why they haven't implemented this before. There's great kickers. Um, I mean, I guess the only thing you could be concerned about is tackling, but how many times does a kicker have to tackle people?
yeah, I don't know, but I mean she's 6'2", so like I think she might be able to step in front of somebody.
Yeah, but it's the mindset that comes with it. Like,
Yeah.
so would she actually like get in there? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
at least enough to trip somebody up.
I think she might. She plays goalkeeper, so like there's videos
Yeah,
of her like having to jump in front of people that are running right at her to
yeah,
the ball. I mean, that's no pads either. So I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. You know what? Honestly, I would almost rather have a rugby chick.
yeah,
Now that's who I would, because they kick, tackle, and run the ball, bro. They do the whole shebang. That would probably be best case scenario for this. And you talk about athletic, rugby takes all types of athleticism to do it. So, but I mean, not trying to take away from this girl though. But I think it's great. I saw her parents like go down there and talk to her and stuff. I was telling Taylor, I was like, her dad now has like ultimate bragging rights at the bar. Like he can be like, yeah, you know, my daughter first player ever played in the SEC, you know, blah blah blah, Power Five, no big deal. Like it's just it's dope. I think for them as a whole, though.
Absolutely. I just wonder, is this the last time we're gonna see her? Is she gonna be out there again? Like, what's gonna happen there? Because
I mean,
but
surely they can't. They can't. I don't know why they would kick her off. I mean, what do you lose kicking? You know what I'm saying?
well, they need help other places, not the kicker. So it's not her fault. I mean, they lost a 41-0 to Missouri. So it's like,
Yes. And also I think to well, there was something I was gonna say with that. I kind of lost my train of thought right there.
my thing is a coaching change. So they fire their coach the day after this.
Well, okay, and I kind of saw like mixed reviews on that too. What did you think about it?
So so staying on this story, like in talking about the coach, I think there's a lot of people that said this is a publicity. Sorry, I can't talk. A publicity stunt. And if it is, then so be it. But I mean, I think it's a great story. I think it's something that we could see more of, and I'm not against it. And I saw there's a writer, Jason Whitlock, who used to work for Fox Sports, now writes for Outkick, a media outlet, called it a Make-A-Wish kick. And like, I was
right.
That's kind of aggressive, but I mean, if that is the thing, and then they didn't get the opportunity to even use her in the game other than the kickoff, maybe the coach gets fired because of, obviously they have not won a game this year, so that doesn't help. But you are Vanderbilt playing in the SEC. I don't really know what you expect.
Right.
So, I mean, and it's a COVID year. Like, I don't understand. Like, that's the reason, like, other coaches are keeping their job, and they're having terrible years.
Yeah, because it's right, and that's what I'm saying. I saw some mixed reviews on him being fired because some people believe, okay, it was his move to do that, to bring the girl on, was a way to almost kind of like he kind of knew this was coming. So some say that, and some say that they're glad that he's gone because they haven't had a winning year, or they haven't been doing a lot of winning. And then others say that it was a bad move because he was a great coach given the situation of what you just said. It's Vandy in the SEC. Dude, you're like, a lot of people consider him to be like an Ivy League school of the South. If you're going to have that, name the last time you saw an Ivy League school competing for a playoff position.
Never.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's nobody even considers those games because they're like, I mean, that's not what those people are there for. There's people that simply go to college, one, because they have to, in order to make it to the NFL, but that's all they're there for, is to ball. They're not there for learning and this, that, and the third. That's second. Like, so Vandy is completely different. They're there for the learning, and in return, they also play sports.
I don't understand. Like, James Franklin, who's now the Penn State coach, obviously did really well at Vandy. Did a great job.
Okay.
In retrospectively speaking here.
Yeah.
He did good. And that's how he ended up getting the Penn State job from Vandy, and then they bring in Mason down there at Vanderbilt, and obviously that ended today. But I mean, who do they get now? Like, I don't see Vandy being the school that goes and gets one of these middle tier coaches that are doing really well, like a Coastal Carolina coach or a Hugh Freeze at Liberty, who's beating everybody, undefeated teams, and Liberty has one loss now, but they're having great seasons. They're not going to pull these big name coaches and you say, hey, your first shot at a big school is going to be Vanderbilt.
Right.
That's, in my opinion, that's setting up a coach for failure.
And I think a lot of coaches would view it that way too. And they're like, you know what? I'm like, I don't want my first stint in the SEC to be that.
Yeah, no. Like, I would rather go take another garbage school like Kansas. I'd rather go be the Kansas football coach, where I know it's not going to be a good job, but I'm not playing Alabama, Georgia, Florida.
Les Miles, well, you're basically saying what he just did.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why he's there. Yeah.
So,
yeah, he made this. What he was at what SEC school was he at? Was that Georgia?
Yeah, he was at LSU.
LSU, yes, okay. And and he's up there at Kansas though, trying to make them into something, which I don't know why, but anyway, that's basketball. That's a basketball school.
Yeah.
That's what they're gonna be. Take your 3 wins a year, if that, and keep it moving, bro. Give people a look.
And
Anyway.
that's what Vandy needs to realize. They're good at everything else. Just like it's okay to not be good at football.
Yeah.
Like, look at the division you play in, bro. Like you're not going to be good.
And also the SEC is not going to petition for you to be put out because you make too much money for the SEC. Like, and you have too many top talent as far as like scholarship, those Rhodes scholars and this, that, and that. They go to Vandy that looks good. So at the end of the year when they're doing awards, like, Vandy's racking up 7 academic awards out of, let's say 10, then it's like, makes the SEC look great. So they're not going to get rid of you for that reason. So just accept reality and be like, this is who we are. And let's keep going.
And literally, like, as a Vanderbilt, like, coach, I think your only job should be to beat Tennessee because that's an in-state rivalry. And then compete with Kentucky.
I would almost rather – I could see the last one, compete with Kentucky. But I would even say the same. Just compete with Tennessee.
Yeah.
There's no way that Tennessee shouldn't be better than what they are. No reason. Like, that game shouldn't even be close.
Yeah, but Tennessee lets their fan base run their program. Because their fan base says it feels like 98 every year. They have to go. They have to go undefeated. They can't lose games, knowing they play Georgia, Alabama, and Florida every single season.
Also, they let this is my thing too. I still don't understand why they let the top talent go away in their state. Dude, there's no reason. Tennessee is down the street. They grew up watching Tennessee football. Like, at least get the top 5 guys. Not every single one of them, but make a valid pursuit of the top 5 and then go from there. Like, how hard is that? It's a drive down the street. Like,
I think now the biggest thing with Tennessee football is these kids grow up seeing you suck.
Yeah.
So like,
Dude, there's kids that have chosen to go to Chattanooga over going to UT. Yep. Top talent. That what? Like, that should not happen.
No.
It's so. Oh, and we should specify for some people because I know somebody might look this up and they see UT and they'll see 2 UTs. There's a UT Chattanooga and then there's a UT Knoxville. Knoxville is the one that's orange. Chattanooga is what, the Mocs or whatever, the moccasins.
Blue and yellow, different. They're like
blue and yellow, like
or whatever.
Yeah. So but they're D1, like you said, I think D1 AA, but people have chosen to go to Chattanooga over Knoxville. And I just think that's insane to me that Tennessee allowed it to happen. They probably thought, they were like, oh, if you want to choose there, then go there. That's dumb.
Yeah.
Especially like from a lineman perspective, think like they've had like 2 linemen like go out or something like that. It's just like, you could have those spots filled if you would have, pursued people in this area.
Well, the other thing is, like, I know top guys from like Middle Tennessee area, they went to, one of them plays at Ohio State, Master Teague. He's one of the running backs at Ohio State. He played at Blackman in Murfreesboro.
Mm-hmm.
I know Oakland and Murfreesboro, who's consistently in a state championship game, if not the semifinal. They had guys go to LSU.
Yeah. Oh, Blackman. We just got Oklahoma just got one of Blackman's corners. What's his name? Something Washington. He's starting freshman year.
So exactly, like none of those.
It's like Tennessee. Why did he was right down the street? That's an hour and a half drive.
Yep. And
he said, nope, I'm going to go to Oklahoma, 12 hours away. Like, I appreciate it, but no thanks. Thanks for the look, though.
Because these kids are seeing that this team sucks. Like, they're just digging a hole for themselves and they can't get themselves out of it. And because they also fire a coach every 3 seasons.
Right. And they also think that everything that Florida just throws at them is amazing. I don't know why that they go to Florida a lot to recruit, which I get. It's a great state for recruiting.
Yeah, but when you're competing with Florida State, Miami, Florida, USF, UCF.
Yeah, bro.
We continue. We can go to FIU, FAU. Like,
yeah.
You're not getting top talent out of there because
no, dude.
When those schools I just named don't get top talent, they're going to Georgia, they're going to Alabama, they're going to LSU.
They do like now Texas A&M just being in the SEC has now taken a lot of Texas's talent, like University of Texas, taking their talent just for the fact that they're in the SEC when they used to be the little bro of the little bro.
Yeah.
Like, and so now that's even people would rather go from Texas. I mean, rather go from Florida to Texas A&M and compete in the SEC. And they'll say no thanks to Tennessee because they get to be in Texas right there, play it, like you said, LSU, so on and so forth.
Well, in Ohio State's taking a lot of Texas people. They have a lot of J.K. Dobbins, who's now in the NFL playing for the Ravens. He's from Texas. I know they have
Oklahoma. We take all their players too, though.
Yeah, well that's fair. But the quarterback, not for this upcoming class, I think the 2022 class, he's the number 1 quarterback, 5-star. He decommitted from Texas to commit to Ohio State. And now 3 other 5-stars from Texas, receivers, have committed to Ohio State.
Look, man. See? But, okay, Texas is almost they could do that, though. They could almost get away with that. Tennessee cannot. No. Okay, because, like, I mean, you've seen high school football in Texas. On almost all of their 3 rosters, like their depth chart, you go down 3 rows, all those guys get scholarships.
Yeah.
And at least in North Texas.
But I mean, the thing is with University of Texas, like Oklahoma is taking guys. You have Ohio State taking guys. You know, Alabama, LSU, Auburn, Georgia, those guys are still getting those. Even probably some USC out west and Notre Dame possibly. But then A&M is taking a lot being in the SEC.
Exactly. They take a ton.
Texas Tech is still getting some in-state talent. Baylor's still getting in-state talent. TCU is taking good in-state talent.
Right.
Texas is kind of like playing 5th place at this point at best.
Yeah. Well, see, it helps them too as far as – I mean, we kind of shifted a little bit, but it helps them too, though, like since they competed for the Big 12 championship a couple of years in a row now. But they're really big on that. That was that Sam Ehlinger guy at their QB. I think, as much as this pains me, if they switched him out, I do think they would be a lot better. They believe in him too much. That's just me. He's a terrible passer, but he has a lot of heart and he runs hard when he gets the ball. But that's their biggest issue. If you look at their defense and stuff, though, they look fantastic. I don't know where all those guys are from recruiting wise. I'm just saying that they're knocking them on their own selves in the foot, putting themselves in that 5th position, as you were saying. Like, because TCU is putting their best talent out there. As you said, Texas A&M is going to get people just simply, they say, we're the SEC. Do you want to play or not? So that's their biggest thing is TCU, Oklahoma, and SEC, like taking their players. We kind of swung away from Tennessee though, but Tennessee's problem is almost not identical. They just don't pursue the people. They don't even go after them. Like I've just kind of talked to some of my friends that are more involved in like high school football and stuff. Like they know people from back home that are ranked. Like you look them up, they're ranked. And then, but they'll say like, no, Tennessee never even said a word to them. Like they still haven't. And they're like, it's ending their junior year. No, Tennessee hasn't said anything. Senior year football has started. No, they hadn't said a word. And you're like, this dude is ranked in your state.
Yep. And then like, let alone like kids that win like Mr. Football and like in the state of Tennessee. And then like Tennessee doesn't even like call them.
Yeah. That's crazy, dude. That actually happened. So when I was coming out of school, I don't know. I need to get this story right, but I'm pretty sure our running back though from my sophomore year. So he was offered by all these people and stuff. But I'm pretty sure Tennessee never officially offered him. I think they talked to him though, but never officially offered him. But he won Mr. Football, Gatorade Player of the Year, like that whole thing. And then, bro, he ended up getting hurt, so he had to go to another school, smaller school. But just the fact that Tennessee never said anything, as far as like officially, if I remember that correctly. So they've been at this for years. That's at least 10, 11 years of doing that.
Well, I mean, look at guys that like I can name NFL guys right now that are from Tennessee that did not even come here. Harrison Smith plays for the Vikings, one of the best safeties in the NFL, played at Notre Dame. From Knoxville, played at Knoxville Catholic in high school. Right down the road.
Yeah.
Jalen Ramsey, Florida State.
Wait, is he really from Tennessee?
Yeah, he's Middle Tennessee. I want to say he played at like Brentwood Academy, Franklin Road Academy, somewhere in the Nashville area. Somewhere.
Dang, okay, I didn't know that.
Florida State.
Tennessee is just—they just want to be trash. We kind of got onto them. Well, what we said. Takes us back to Vandy. I think Vandy should just be able to compete with Tennessee and compete with Kentucky, and then that's too unrealistic pressure on. I feel like on a coach to say like you should beat Tennessee and then also just compete with Kentucky. They should accept they're probably going to be in the bottom each year.
Yes,
that's kind of how that's going to go. But play hard. Then that sounds so sucky when you actually hear that out loud.
Yeah,
hey,
but
man, just give your best.
Ultimately, like if you're in that position, like you cannot expect to win.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if you do, it's great, but don't expect it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're playing, like they literally are stuck. So their schedule guaranteed every single season. They have Georgia, they have Florida, South Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky. That's their guaranteed 5.
Yeah.
Then they still have to draw from the West, which could be Auburn, could be LSU, could be Alabama, could be Ole Miss, could be Mississippi State. And they guarantee play Missouri as well. That's another one. But then they also could play Arkansas.
Well, and also Missouri has those pop-up years where they are fantastic.
Literally.
And they're just on it. So you take a chance at that too. Also, I want to say this. Kelly Bryant does not play in the NFL, and that is a travesty and should be illegal. I don't know how on God's green earth Kelly Bryant is not playing in the NFL when you got people like Kirk Cousins starting. That is insane to me, bro. Like Kelly Bryant, Kirk Cousins. Bro, like that's ridiculous. I just wanted to point that out.
That just shows you what happens when you leave an NFL factory like Clemson to go to Missouri. And then you just don't get the production. You don't get to have the spotlight.
But, dude, that you're telling me that guy couldn't at least get in on like the supplementary draft? He can't. I think with this, he couldn't go on somebody's supplementary draft or be on somebody's practice squad. Like that dude should be playing somewhere. I don't get how he hadn't been picked up. It just does not make sense in my head at all. So I wish him the best. If he ever hears this podcast, Kelly Bryant, though I wasn't really a fan of you, bro, I still do wish you the best because you are good.
The NFL makes no sense.
It doesn't. Kirk Cousins. Yeah, he has a job, bro. That's so wild.
Yeah,
kid's a bum.
Dude, the Broncos for Sunday's game against the Saints.
Dude, I didn't get to watch any football today. None at all.
0 quarterbacks.
Who?
The Broncos had 0 quarterbacks. They had.
Wait, what happened?
So Jeff Driscoll, I guess, has COVID or was exposed to COVID or whatever, and so they said the NFL claimed the entire Broncos quarterback room was exposed to COVID, so they could not. None of them were eligible to play. So they.
What?
Yes. So they literally had to call up a receiver from the practice squad who played quarterback at Wake Forest in college to be their quarterback today.
That's insane. Also, okay, I knew the Saints did something like that with Hill.
Yeah, because Drew Brees has 11 fractured ribs.
Yeah, okay, but why in the hell would they not let Jameis play?
Jameis throws the ball to the other team more than he throws his own teammates.
But I mean, that Hill dude, that he is fantastic. I mean, he's kind of bounced around at quarterback, like and
quarterback, receiver, running back,
punt return,
punt block.
Yeah, that dude does everything. He's the ultimate utility guy in football.
Yeah, but the Broncos did lose 31-3 because they had no quarterback.
Because of that, dude, can you imagine? Hold on. This dude's his butthole had to pucker up when he got the phone call. Like he was probably happy, like, oh yeah, I'm going, yeah, I bet I'm activated. Cool. Yeah, but to play quarterback though.
And you're
He was like,
starting.
yeah, and, and you're starting. Oh yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like he
Yeah.
was like, yo, no. No, I cannot. I can't do this. Oh man. Can you imagine him calling his parents? He's like, hey, look, don't ask a whole lot of questions because I don't have a whole lot of answers. But this is what we're doing.
Hey, I'm actually starting against the Saints tomorrow if you want to watch.
Yeah. If you want to turn it on, I will be out there. Gosh, dude. That dude didn't even know anybody. Just think about it. He probably just walked up there. Well, he probably knew him somewhat, but like,
He probably got Jeremy Lin by security. Like, yeah, here's this dude.
who are you?
Not coming in the stadium. Get out of here.
Like, oh my gosh, bro.
Hey, and no fans allowed.
Yeah. Relax, bro. Just stay back there. Just hold on. I'm sure like the line, they probably looked at him and like, look, man, we're just gonna do our best and you do your best, okay? And let's get out of here.
Bro, playing the Saints as your first game, that defense is good.
Yeah.
It's not like you played the Jets. Like if you played the
Yeah.
Jets in the first game, we're talking you might have a chance. But like
the Saints, oh yeah, that not even close. Wait, who did you say earlier got beat? Was it 41 something, 41-0 or something like that? Or was that a college game? Yeah, that was Vandy.
yeah,
Never
that
mind.
was Vandy embarrassing.
Yeah. There was who won? Who won the Tennessee game? Tennessee Colts, I believe.
Derrick Henry gave the Colts the business.
There we go.
Because
There we go. That's good for business.
he had 3 touchdowns and over 100 yards in the first half.
Wait, what was the score though?
So the final ended up being 45-26.
Okay. Well, yeah.
So Titans figured out their special teams and were able to get the job done. But
yeah.
because
they were fighting for like the AFC South, huh?
Yeah, so the Titans now have the lead for that. The big game that I liked, I watched a lot of, was the Cardinals and Patriots. Patriots ended up beating the Cardinals, which was kind of interesting because Cam threw a late pick with the game tied at 17, gave the ball back to the Cardinals, and the Cardinals didn't score late. And
did Kyler play?
He did, but he did not run at all because he got hurt last week with that shoulder injury. So he only threw the ball. And Larry Fitzgerald was out, so I mean, took away a key weapon there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And when I think Lamar Jackson didn't play this week either, did he?
Maybe. We'll see if they let him play.
They're supposed to play tomorrow?
They're supposed to play Tuesday.
Okay.
But
wait, that's the makeup game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, they gotta let him play.
More COVID cases as of Sunday afternoon from the Ravens, key defensive players. So I don't see this game. I don't see this game happening. James Conner, the starting running back for the Steelers, has it. I know both running backs from Baltimore had it. Lamar had it.
Well, you can tell me if this is true. So one of my friends told me today, they were like that they've seen that the NFL has been fining people, bro, for like having COVID or like stuff like that.
So the Saints got fined $500,000 and lost a draft pick for their celebration that they had after they beat the Bucs.
Dude, just cancel the season, bro. Why are you doing this to people? Like, they get to tackle each other, run around, hit each other, breathe in each other's faces on the field, but dude, that's like it doesn't make any sense at this point. Like at all.
It's all you got to get money from somewhere, you know?
Yeah, it's like, dude, it doesn't make sense. Like that's my only that's all I can really go back to is it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
It's like these guys, you tell them to opt out if they don't feel safe, but then you take money from them there. They do play, then you still take money from them because they didn't do this or they didn't do that. Like it's just you just want to take money from them. Just say you don't want to pay them. Like that's all I can really think of at this point because it doesn't even make sense.
No, I agree, and I don't see it getting any better. It's going to get worse before it gets better because people are just going to keep getting fined, and they're going to I don't know. We've had a lot of cases come up. A lot of games been moved around. So hopefully we can just make it to the end. I mean, we're this close. This is what, like
Right.
week 12. So I mean, like,
Yeah.
let's get through these last few weeks. February is
Well,
going to be Super Bowl. Like, let's just get it done. We're
yeah,
almost.
but you know that they're not gonna. Can you okay? If they're this stringent right now, imagine a Super Bowl where they don't let players play because of positive testing. Just take that in. Let's imagine hypothetically, Lamar Jackson makes it to the
Mm,
Super Bowl. Same situation happens. Supposed to be on a Tuesday, and they tell them, "Hey, he can't play."
mm,
And what do? Opt out of the Super Bowl? Like postpone the Super Bowl?
yeah,
What does that look like?
yeah. That doesn't. I don't think I don't think they can do that because that's the other thing is like, how are you going to have a Super Bowl with no fans, bro? You know how much
Oh no.
money's going to be lost if they do no fans?
Well, see, bro, we honestly might be in a quarantine then, though, because remember that would be the presidential switch by then,
Hmm.
and Joe Biden said that possible 6 to 8 weeks, possibly.
Oof.
So that would be right within that time period,
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
only a couple. It's going to be like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks after the presidential switch will be the Super Bowl. So at
Yeah,
least at least we will have a college football national champion before then. Thank God.
right. But are they going to let people go watch that though?
It's in Miami, so I don't see them having any restrictions there. It
Yeah,
seems,
Miami.
bro. It seems like a lot of these big cities are just not caring at this point.
No. Big southern cities.
Yes,
Northern cities, New York just went back on a lockdown.
yeah,
Philadelphia just went back on
yeah.
lockdown.
I should have stated southern cities.
Yeah, yeah. And LA, they're talking about completely shutting down again too. Even though they had opened up the city 20% or whatever. Yeah, that's stupid.
I
Denver.
I see videos and pictures and stuff of Nashville, and I'm like, oh yeah, they're open.
No, bro. It's not. No. Uh so yes, you can walk around Nashville. Yes, you can go out, but no, they're pretty strict because dude, we have these things called compliance officers. And I don't know if everybody has this. So you can actually if they walk into a venue and they feel that it's an unsafe venue, like people are like the workers aren't wearing their mask and cleaning stuff off, they can shut it down.
That's crazy. I
Yeah.
definitely saw videos on Snapchat of people at like raves with like hundreds of people and like at a bar with hundreds of people, no mask,
Now
all that
they
kind
say they say I don't want to. I'll text you the bar separately. I don't want to put this out there, so
of.
just in case, let's say this episode really takes off and then
Yeah.
whatever. But yeah, there is this one bar though, a big time bar that like a lot of people would know. Um, they are very loose on the rules until the compliance officers pop up. And it's only been the fact that like so the compliance officers don't have to tell you that they're one. They can have their badge on them, but they can have it like they can just have like a jacket on and just be walking around. And then they can be like, "Hey, I need to speak to a manager," and then go from there with shutting it down. But they most of them they say have just kind of presented themselves like, "Hey, I'm a compliance officer. I would like to walk around, with your manager." So in that time, they tell people like because what they're doing over there is they're skipping. So they're having people that just want to sit down, sit on the main floor. They're skipping their other levels and on the rooftop, they're letting people do whatever, stand around, drink, hang out. But as soon as these people come in, they have to be in a seat though somewhere. And then as soon as those people
Like
are
musical
gone,
chairs, like, hey, music goes off, everyone find a seat. Like, let's go.
well, yeah, basically they just sit down and like they pretend. And apparently, so there were some people that work with me. They were actually over here one night when all this happened, and they were like so crazy because everybody actually found a seat in time, and they just walked through, and then they went on with their day, and then everybody was kind of back to like partying, standing up wise. The music didn't stop, but like standing up. So other than that, though, no. I mean, most places are taking it pretty serious just because like they're so tired of having to be like 20%, 20%. Dude, lines are so long outside of places because everybody wants to be normal, but so many like of the business people are scared because they're like, I mean, I don't want to take a chance on us being shut down completely because of me
Yeah.
saying, you know what, screw it.
Mhm.
So stuff like that. So it's a little deceiving. on videos. Now Atlanta is completely wide open. Like there's no, they're wide open, dude. Houston was like that. They tried to do a little shutdown, but now they're wide open too. I've actually been to Atlanta in this time period, and it was just as if it was another day, nothing else. Like, so yeah, southern states they're not feeding into the BS, but all the northern ones are like, oh my gosh. So
yeah, it's gonna be wild, but it's gonna be interesting to see how all this turns out. Hopefully
we get a Super Bowl. Hopefully we make it through. Yeah.
Hey, we're getting college football, and hopefully we get a Super Bowl, because Super Bowl's in Florida too, so we'll see what happens there. I think it's Tampa, so I don't know. We'll see. But we got to get there first. But I mean, that was a pretty crazy weekend. Good to be back from the holidays, but hopefully have some good content coming forward on.
We'll be back next Wednesday. So
come with you guys. I'll come out with an episode on Thursday for you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And we may hopefully have a guest on at some point soon, but it may be next week. We don't know for sure though. But so be on the lookout for that as well. And also, okay, if you guys do end up, this is something I want to talk to you too about, bro. But we can talk about this more off of this. But if you guys do go over and watch our YouTube video of this and listen to the podcast on there, put a comment down there and let me know that you watched it on there, because we're getting like this weird thing with the views to where, like, even let's say, like, for instance, if people watch it, unless they're watching like the full duration of it, like it's not letting them, it's not counted as a view unless it is the full duration. Let's say like you start and stop it, like you leave it and come back. It's not counted for some reason. I don't know. Weirdest thing. And I noticed it today as I was sitting here with Taylor. So just a side note. So that way we know you guys are there. Leave a comment. Just let us know.
Yeah, for sure. And also, shout out to all of our listeners, not in the United States, coming from our Anchor stats that they're showing us here. We got.
Oh, yeah.
Who's listening to us. So mad respect to you guys. We definitely
we appreciate it. So, all right. Anything else, bro? Anything else you got?
Keep sending ideas that you guys want to hear us talk about. We've covered a wide variety of things in the 9 episodes we've had, but keep sending us ideas. Let us know what you want to hear, and we'll keep talking about it. But that's it, guys. We do appreciate it. Keep sharing this podcast. We need to share this more.
So that way we get more people in here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's all we got for you guys. Everyone enjoy the beginning part of their week, and we will talk to you guys on Thursday. Until next time.
Till next time.